Good morning, everyone. My name is Ika from BrandSpeak Asia. Welcome to our third episode of Ask BrandSpeak. We are currently live on YouTube and Facebook, and we're going to be doing this live sessions weekly every Friday at 9 a.m. Here at Ask BrandSpeak, we're going to be talking about anything and everything about branding and digital marketing. We will be giving away essential tips, principles, whatnots, and we will be answering your questions on how you can leverage your business through marketing. So, if you're a business owner, a marketing professional, or if you're thinking of starting a new business, stay tuned because I know you're going to learn a lot from today's talk. Also, if you finish this live stream, we will be offering a free 10-minute brand consultation to you. So just type your company name and email address, and our team will contact you after the session to schedule a Zoom meeting. Now, before we head on to our talk this morning, I'd like to request everyone watching this either on live or on replay to engage by please liking and tagging your friends. In fact, please share this live stream. Feel free to write your takeaways or even ask questions about our topic in the comment box below. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the bell button so that you will get notified every time we post new videos. Okay? In our first episode, we talked about what branding is and why it is important. Last week, we learned about the things that you should avoid in building your brand. I just want to echo to you some of the things that I've learned, and I hope that you'll be able to apply these things with your team as you strategize and implement things for the rest of the year. First, do not market to everyone. You have to be specific with your target market. When you personalize and individualize, you serve the needs of your clients, and then you build trust and loyalty. Second, do not make your brand about you. Take time to listen to your customers because they are just numbers in your Excel sheets. They are people who think, who feel, and hear. By listening to your customers, you strengthen your relationship with them, and then you can serve their needs and wants better. Lastly, and this is my favorite, take that. Always know your why or your purpose. Go back to your vision. Your vision brings your future into focus. Every successful business has an all important ingredient, and that is effective branding. And behind every brand is a story. So when you know your purpose or why, it's easier for you to tell your story to your audience. So, yeah, these are just some of the things that I've learned. I know you guys are excited, so allow me now to introduce to you our speaker for today. She presently manages the accounts and business development departments of BrandSpeak Asia. This woman is very creative and is an exceptional lifestyle writer, a skill she has honed while taking up journalism at the University of Santo Tomas. Leave her be with a cup of coffee, and without anyone looking, she will work as if everybody's observing, which is a mark of a true leader. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome our speaker for today, Miss Denise Villanueva.
Thank you so much, Iko. Hello, everyone, and I hope you guys are doing safe and well on this lovely Friday morning. It's great to have you back for another episode of Ask Brand Speak, where we talk about all things branding and digital marketing. If this is your first time watching, welcome and thank you for joining us today. So, before we get to our topic, I want you to think of someone who would also benefit to this discussion and tag them onto the comment section below. All right, so we're also opening this opportunity to business owners and professionals to have a 10-minute branding consultation with us. So this way we can help you further even after each session. If this is for you or you know someone, just type in, I want to have a 10-minute brand consultation, and our team will be glad to schedule one for you. All right. For those who just hop in, my name is Denise Villanueva, and I am from the Business Development and Account Management team of BrandSpeak Asia, where we are passionate about imparting some of today's best practices in the creative and branding industry. All right. So for the past 2 Fridays, Miss Lay has shared to us the importance of branding and the things that you should not do when you are building your own brand. If you came from here, we would love to hear what resonated to you the most from these past episodes. So Iko earlier has shared some of her takeaways, and I think for me, top of mind is from session 2, wherein it was said that riches is in the niches, which means that one of the things that you should not do as you build your brand is to market it for everyone. Yes, it also means that the more you specialize with your products and services, the better you will be remembered. And the more you will be able to address specific problems and provide solutions for your market. If you missed those episodes, don't worry. Or if you want to go back to them, just follow us on our social media platforms seen below, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you will be in the know of what's up with Ask Brand Speak. All right. So, as we continue to talk about the staples of branding, what I wanted to do today is to share with you 5 ways to develop your brand assets this 2021. All right. So, are you ready? Okay, so now picture this. By the end of year 2020 alone, our country's trade secretary has reported that the number of newly registered businesses during the pandemic here in the Philippines has gone up to 900,000, and online resellers are at 88,000 as of end December. From those numbers, imagine placing all of those almost a million businesses in one big room, and you will realize how crucial it is for one business to differentiate itself from other businesses or its competitors. So customers must be able to recognize your company based on a certain element or a distinctive brand asset to create a more consistent and unified brand experience with you. All right, so we're talking about brand assets. What then are brand assets? They are called assets for a reason. These are the consistent elements, take note, consistent elements of your brand, such as your logo, your color schemes, your jingle, or font that aids someone to recall your brand or who you are. They are only effective if customers associate a visual representation or element to your brand or company. Okay, so another thing which make brand assets important is that if you are a company, they arm your sales and marketing teams with the resources to use to engage with your prospect or current clients. All right. And lastly, the most important thing is engagement. So having a distinctive set of brand asset helps increase your return on investment on your ad spend. We will cover ad spends on a different time, but in many cases, customers who are able to identify a company through its brand assets correctly are more likely to contribute to a brand's customer acquisition cost formula. So, how then would your brand assets stand out? Let's find out, and just join me by using this framework of who, what, where, when, and how. All right. So let's start. Number one, know how you would want to be recognized. Know how you want to be recognized. Designer Paul Rand said, design is the silent ambassador of your brand. So if you want your business to stand out from the rest and, be a household name that will transcend generations, ask yourself how you want to be recognized. These are some practical examples. The colors red and yellow, along with the golden arches, are associated with McDonald's. If you have watched The Founder on Netflix, you will know how it came to be. Apple's logo is a bitten apple. The swoosh is Nike's logo. The back to back C's are Chanel's logo. And when you hear wag mahihiyang magtanong, you know, that is Right Med's logo. So, and even certain scents, fragrances can be identified to a property or a hotel. Yes, that is even a thing. So, again, number one, know how you would want to be recognized. All right. So, number two, know who you are talking to. Even though you are not necessarily branding a person, that does not mean that you cannot be personable when you are developing your brand assets. Sure, you've done your market research and you have identified your target market, your audience, your demographics, psychographics. Now, what is next? When you create brand assets such as your logo, color schemes, fonts, and even your slogans, you need to enhance any visual representation and ensure that it will speak to the right market. All right. Some practical examples. Are you tough, rough, and outdoorsy, just like North Face? Or carefree, minimalistic, and modern, like Uniqlo? Let your brand story be translated to your designs. Every curve, every edge, and every hue is important to translate who your brand is. Why? Because if all of these are in order, you will be able to get the attention of your desired audience better. All right? Know you who you are talking to. Number 3, know where you want to be visible. In this multi channel world that we live in, every consumer touch point is vital. Use your brand assets across your campaigns and your activities. Wherever you are, remember, be there and be there all in. As you create your brand assets, envision how it will look like when it is plastered on your storefront, your profile page, your packaging, your staff uniforms, up to the smallest part of your business. Figure out where you want to be visible. All right. Number 4, we have been talking about the correlation of visibility and brand associations for a while now. Perhaps that is where the saying out of sight, out of mind can be applied without a doubt. Use your brand assets as frequent as possible. To add to that, you have to be consistent every time you use your brand collaterals. All right? Example, the logo that you will use when you put up a billboard in EDSA must be the same logo that you will use when your visitors visit your Facebook page. All right? You have to know when to use your brand assets. All right. And then lastly, know what you should avoid. All right. In our previous episodes, Miss Lay has mentioned things that you should not do when you are building your brand. On the other hand, there are also things that you should avoid when you are building your brand assets. I have here two of the most common mistakes brands do when they are developing their designs or collaterals. First common mistake is that they are relaying mixed messages. As you build your brand assets, you may start with using elements that are relevant to the industry your business belongs to. If you want to digress a bit, be mindful being off tangent, or you will end up confusing your customers and losing its attachment to your brand along the way or in the long run. Remember this: whether tangible or intangible, your assets must be easily visualized and verbalized. Search up top brand logos that are bad designs that have been ever created, and you will know what I mean. All right. The second common mistakes is that ignoring brand aging signs. Brands with distinctive visual equity stand out. If you are to personify your brand, it means that it will also go through different signs of aging. Yes, thus there are some questions to know if you are due for rebranding and you are just ignoring it. All right, here are the questions. Is your brand still the default choice? Can a teenager easily spot your brand on the grocery shelf? Do people talk about your brand? So these are the questions that you have to ask. While yes, you must be consistent with your branding, but in order for you to stay on top of the minds of this generation, you must also stay relevant. Again, know what you should avoid when you are developing your brand assets. So there you have it. 5 ways to develop assets for your brand. Let's do a summary. Number one, know how you want to be recognized. Number two, know who you are talking to. Number three, know where you want to be visible. Number four, know when to use them. And lastly, number five, know what to avoid. All right. So, once again, thank you for being with us today. And we hope you are able to learn a thing or two from this episode. Join us again for another one next Friday, same time at 9 a.m., as we will be heading towards a new series called Conquering Digital Marketing. To stay updated and get nuggets that you can also share with your friends and colleagues, follow us on our social media platforms at BrandSpeak Asia and never miss a thing from us by clicking the notification bell from wherever you consume your content. Schedule a 10-minute consultation with us also by sending us a direct message on our Facebook page or leaving a comment on our YouTube if you're watching from there. All right, so that's all. This is Denise, and this is Ask Brand Speak. Take care and have a productive day ahead.